Oh God, it's the beer video where we drink beer and other things, and we put antibiotics into cats' mouths. I- Cat medicine is a universal joke. I mean, it works. You need to give it to them, but there is no logical delivery system to give a cat medicine that
No,
makes any sense.
nope. And yeah, I'm hoping Baron Assistant isn't really sick, so we won't have to do that. She is fat and squirrely,
Yeah.
right, little lady.
Yeah, I'm giving my cat an antibiotic that looks like gravy. He hates it. He bit through my finger yesterday.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? He's the biggest asshole in the house anyway, so I don't know. But here we are. It is the weekend. Everybody's
Mhm.
in a great mood. God, things have gone so well the last 2 weeks. I won't get into it because I don't want the video to be depressing, but the last 2 weeks were two of the worst of all time. So
Yeah.
uh, let's not dwell on that. Let's instead talk about beverages
Okay.
because those make us feel better,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I don't remember who went last. I think you did, or did I?
Why don't you go first? Because I think my tea needs to sit for a little longer.
No problem. Well, I have probably the stupidest. Well, probably not the stupidest, but one of them that I've ever done a beer video on. But I am highly amused. Um, It's from a local brewery called Pizza Boy Brewing. Am I British? Pizza Boy Brewing. They're located in Pittsburgh, and this is called "Don't Hop Believing." So from that, yes. So you already know where this is going, right? Here's your can. Yes, it does look like the Journey album cover, but it has the little Pizza Boy logo and "Don't Hop Believing." There it is. Journey, everybody. Take a journey to your video.
Hey, sorry, I had to yell at Sauron.
Helen screams at Sauron, who is not being.
They're they're stressing me out. They
Yeah,
both are stressing me out.
yeah, yeah, I understand that. The cats have been just out of their minds in our house the last week and a half.
Speaking of cats being out of their minds, give me 1 second.
As Helen goes and tends to the cat,
Hey,
uh,
buddy.
so Pizza Boy does a lot of different things. A lot of their stuff's a little lower in ABV, which is fine. I mean, if it's I tend to drink higher ABV things, but I am not sophisticated. And here comes Sauron. Hey, it's Sauron, everybody's favorite cat, named after Lord of
Someone
the
stop
Rings.
yelling.
There she, and it's a she, right? I think I always call Sauron he.
Oh, Sauron's a boy.
Oh, it is a boy. Oh, I thought you said she whenever you were messaging me. Okay, so I
Oh,
got
I was
confused.
about Baroness. Sauron's usually the one causing trouble, though, so I don't blame you for the confusion.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to misgender you, Sauron. I suck.
He's
Uh,
so mad at him.
look how mad he is. Look, Sauron, it's a beer that's named after Journey, your favorite band.
What do you think, bud?
Yeah, that's how I feel too. It's fine. That's what I expected. This is just an India Pale Ale. It's 6.7 percent alcohol by volume. I was just saying that Pizza Boy does do a lot of interesting beers. A lot of them are lower ABV, which again, fine. I did one time have 5 or 6 of one of their stouts at an establishment here in Pittsburgh, and somehow it I couldn't get inebriated. And they were like 11% or so, 10 or 11%. It was very strange.
My God.
You ever just have a night where it won't work? Because that's what happened to me. By the way, I'm drinking out of a pit glass. I've drank out of this one before, but Pitt's basketball team is in the NCAA tournament. I don't know how closely you follow this, Helen, but this tournament has been insane. and people fill out brackets, to like win money and great prizes, and everybody's brackets are fucking destroyed because all the good teams are losing. But who gives a shit? Let's pour this beer. This is probably the color of a beer that you would enjoy at a Journey show. Aren't some of them Trump fuckers now? Journey.
Oh, I mean, whenever anyone with a large amount of money is, it doesn't really surprise me.
I thought it was like their keyboard player. He's like married to somebody who's like, nah, who cares? Fuck Journey. This is what it looks like. It's an IPA. It's what you expect. Minimal head. I'm not gonna make the joke. It smells like pineapple, which is not bad. Um, so let's go for it. And yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, when the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, I would like to have this beer and I can't rhyme. Anyway, it's fine. It's crisp. It's very hoppy, which I mean, whatever, it's an IPA. I would say this is one of the if you're not an oh, okay, wait, I'm getting some wow, some serious bitterness
Ooh, plot
after
twist.
that.
Sauron.
What's that?
Oh, I was telling Sauron there's plot twists. Keep
There's
watching
plot
them.
twist Sauron. Sauron, it's more bitter than I thought. They don't have the IBU units on here, but I would say that they're probably kind of high. It says do not please enjoy fresh, preferably with pizza. Do not age. Thank you for that. That's good advice. Don't age these because this will taste like shit in a year. Let me try it again. Yeah. I'm surprised by how bitter the aftertaste is. It is surprisingly bitter. Um, I don't mind. I don't mind a bitter beer. I don't mind a bitter cat. Um, um, but this wouldn't be a go-to IPA for me. Just for me, it tastes fine. Like there's nothing wrong with the taste. Um, it's just the type of bitterness is giving me a little bit of a trying to think of how to describe this. It really just grabs you by the back of the tongue for sure. Like it's that and the
Yeah,
tonsils. It's really bitter. Again, I'm just not a. I like bitter beers, but I'm not. This is maybe a little too bitter for me. Again, it's not a criticism. It's just my style. But I like the crispness. I like the color. It does taste nice. And you know, enjoy it at the next Journey show when they play "Don't Stop Believing." It's the only song of theirs I can think of off the top of my head. That and "Wheel in the Sky" and whatever that song is called when the lights go down in the city. Yeah, it's fine. It's inoffensive. It's an IPA. But probably tastes pretty good when it's warm outside. So yeah, if you're going to a show, you can drink a 6.7 tall boy. Well, it's a tall, not tall, but it's a pint can. You can drink a pint outside in the sun and not get too drunk. So yeah, it's not bad. I'm okay with it. What do you think, Sauron? You were very vocal a moment ago.
mm, come on, buddy.
Look in my eyes, Sauron.
The world's clamoring for your opinion.
If I put a ring on and disappear, will his eyes start like shooting a beam at me? He didn't like that. I know it was a bad joke, Sauron. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, we
Meh,
yeah,
meh.
it's tired. I'm mentally destroyed. Humor's not really working for me right now.
He's
But
having a bad Sauron.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you had all your bad teeth. He probably feels like that.
Oh, Andy has to get some teeth pulled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're gonna let him get through the collapsed lung first, and then we're gonna address.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's not put him through too much shit at once.
Hey,
So,
bud.
you have a tea, I understand.
Yes.
If
Okay,
you're
so
ready.
move. Okay, mommy's gotta move. There we
Oh,
go.
he's out of here.
Yes, please don't start yelling. Daddy's sleeping. I
No,
guess I should take that advice.
yeah,
God,
stop
there's
yelling, Helen. Christ.
for oh
Keep
my God, I
it
think so.
down.
So I don't have a fancy glass. I do have this little elephant tea
I
strainer.
fucking love that. That's incredible.
And this is I'm gonna pronounce this tea name wrong. Saran. Anyway, so It is a apple mint ro-
Rugula?
rooibos. I think
Oh,
that's how you,
rooibos. Okay, Roibois.
yeah,
Yes.
or apple mint and pistachio, I think it is.
Huh.
So we'll see how this goes. This is another one from August Uncommon, which you may have seen Target marketed to you on Instagram. That's how they suckered me into this.
Well, if I haven't, I will now.
Yeah, oh boy. I think they like give you some kind of points rewards for making a video about their tea. So like,
Really?
yeah, I didn't do it for this reason. I'm just remembering this.
Well, we can tag them.
Oh yeah.
Send me the tag afterward, and we'll fucking tag these fuckers.
So tea snobs, don't yell at me for drinking with it still infusing. This is an herbal infusion and hopefully not going to get better.
Tea snobs can get the fuck out of
Smells
our video.
sweet and nutty, but like with that cooling undertone of mint.
That's nice.
Oh, that's a strange one. I like it though.
Wait, do you? Oh, never mind. That's the elephant. I thought you had a slice of lemon in there, but no, that's the elephant. Okay.
That would be good. I think this would be really good as an iced tea. Oh yeah, I really like this actually. Oh, rose is the other thing in there. Um, which I was worried was going to be overpowering, but it's just like kind of a slight floral flavor. And then
Yeah.
I think like yeah, like the nuttiness of the pistachio and the cooling effect of the mint. So it's really nice.
Yeah, I've had some like rose related teas before, and yeah, sometimes they can get a little too much. Um, but I found that the ones that are a little bit more subtle, I enjoy more. There's a tea house here called Bantha, that a friend of mine and I go to sometimes, and I don't think I've had a rose tea there, but I've had some weird ones, and they've all been good. I've never had a bad thing there, so
Yeah, we've got like a tea house in Northeast Minneapolis that does like the full like tea ceremony service.
yeah,
I keep meaning to go there. Um, maybe I will this coming weekend. We'll see. Like or like next weekend, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh,
Tell them you're doing a video, and maybe they'll give you some teas.
I so funny thing about that is that the tea house does not allow like you can't have your phone out basically or
Uh,
like a like they let you have a book and like
yeah,
you can have your phone on you, they won't take it away, but I was
right.
like, oh well, that's kind of cool.
They want you to have a conversation. They don't want you to be uh
Right. I like probably what they're trying to discourage like people using like a lot of people use coffee huts or tea shops as like their personal office, but what
oh yeah,
with what they do with the tea ceremony, I can see how like that wouldn't really work all that well.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool. Oh boy.
There's a
Uh, so I've been kind of out of it all day because one of the guys I do Aikido with, he's also the only other person who cross trains in jiu-jitsu, though he cross trains somewhere different than me. But anyway, so he's a huge pothead and he's like, "Oh, you should try these gummies. They're really good."
oh
Um,
my God.
they're like not very high strength, like so you can just take one and kind of go about your day. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll do that. That sounds fun to me." So I took one last night and I guess something I should have kept in mind when he said he didn't like feel them very much was like he is a much heavier pot smoker than me and also is about twice my size.
Yeah.
So I woke up this
I
morning
kind of
like,
knew where this story was going, but go ahead.
yeah, I managed to go and do Aikido and hopefully like I'm glad I didn't decide to do jujitsu today. I would have been
Well,
just annihilated.
yeah,
Aikido actually kind of works pretty well when you're stoned because you like have to do very fluid movements and be very thoughtful about them. But there were definitely points where I was like, I kind of just want to start staring at my own hands right now. So I'm still feeling it a little bit, to be honest.
my
Um,
friend who does my nails, I'm not going to tell this story on this video because it's not my story to tell. But after we're done, I'll tell you off the air.
all
Uh,
right.
She had an experience with an edible and she was in the hospital. Yeah, she probably didn't need to go, but
One of
yeah.
those words like probably better safe than sorry.
She was just so fucked up that she thought that she was having a stroke.
Christ.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story.
All right.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not authorized to retell this to an audience. So, but whenever she was doing our nails last week, I got to hear the whole story because I she posted the story on Facebook and it was already hilarious. And knowing her, it was funny just because knowing her, I can imagine kind of her interacting with doctors during this thing. And then she told us more whenever during the nail appointment, and it was like, what is wrong with you?
Oh, I feel like I gotta show off my nails a little bit.
Go for it. You always have
E-
good nail colors.
Thank you. And I don't know. uh, since we're continuing our descent into brand name mentioning content, shout out to Death Valley Nails who made these nail polishes. Not just because they look nice, but because this is I made 2 loaves of bread, 1 tray of like peanut butter bars and a stir fry and chicken stock, and I did all the accompanying dishes, and like I don't see a single chip on these yet.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's I'm clumsy as shit, and like when before I got my nails done professionally, when I would do it myself, I would bust my fingernails up just lifting. It's like I'd go to grab the weight and just smash my fingernails into it, and
Oh
but
yeah.
pointless. And why do I keep doing this? But
Yeah. So I
yeah,
learned the
this is a
hard way.
week, and they're still this is a week, and they're still in good shape, other
There
than
you go.
the marks from my cat biting me for trying to give him antibiotics.
They'll do that.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, I learned the hard way. I have to trim my nails for jujitsu because like
Yeah,
there was one
yeah,
week I let them go like slightly long.
yeah.
And I remember once, like, I was kind of in the middle of practicing with someone, and I looked like my nail had broken off, like on their gi, and I was like, "Well, I guess if I pointed out, I could get like some kind of surprise win if you're too disgusted to counter my move." But
Yeah,
that's probably underhanded.
yeah. Oh, I was gonna put my can in a koozie. It's not working. This can's too thick. Uh, a friend who runs a very, very good record label sent me a beer koozie this week, and I was like, shit, I should use this on the beer video, and I fucking forgot. So, Wise Blood Records. There you go. Yeah, I should have put this on before I opened the can. It's just not working. But anyway, yeah. Um, Cats. What are you gonna do? You can't throw them outside. I mean, you could, but it's probably not a good idea. I don't know. I don't know where this came from. I don't know. Look, it's been the beer video. We're all tired and punchy. It's just been life is shit right now, and I don't know. Just go and be nice to somebody. And I do have I do have an idea for everybody because I've done this 3 times. And I would I to me, in a time where I'm not feeling great mentally, I'm very taxed, a lot of sadness going on. And this is one of the small little things that have kind of given me a little bit of joy back, which is not, an easy thing to accomplish right now.
Mhm.
But see if this works for you. It's just an idea. You don't have to do it, but go to your local Target and find Ron DeSantis's book, take them all off the shelves and throw them behind a shelf where nobody will ever see them. Um, is it petty? Yeah. Is it fun? Yeah. Will you feel better? Yeah. Just go ahead and
So
just make sure you put it somewhere where it's going to take people a long time to find it because the one Target I did this a week ago and I went today to check on my handiwork and the books are still gone. So fuck you, Ron DeSantis, and maybe you ever
okay.
find the book.
What nickname do you think Donald Trump's going to use for the 2024 primary? I know he's mentioned Meatball Ron.
I hope it's Meatball
That's
Ron. I hate Donald Trump more than any human
Well,
being
right.
alive.
Like,
I love Meatball Ron. I can't believe I'm giving him credit. I love Meatball Ron.
gotta hand it to him.
You gotta hand it to
Someone
you
pointed
know,
out that,
blind squirrel, nut, or Meatball.
yeah, someone pointed out that like Swampy Ron, that's just sitting there, like,
Did you hear the pudding story? Okay.
didn't I send that to you?
I didn't think
Oh
you
no.
no, I don't think so. But it's
Oh
okay. I'm not
God.
surprised we haven't
Yes,
both
I
seen
heard
it.
the pudding story.
Pudding Ron would be good. I like pudding Ron. Uh,
So, what's sad is that, like, yeah, the pudding thing's gross, but like hearing one of his aides say, like, yeah, he just eats whatever's put in front of him, like
yeah,
just
like an
fast
animal.
and as disgustingly as possible. And it's like, oh man, I'm relating to Ron DeSantis as a human being. This feels greasy. I don't like it.
Well, the thing that made me unrelate to him was I didn't realize the Guantanamo stuff. So after I read that this week, I was like, oh yeah, fuck him. I can't say anymore. Redacted, redacted, redacted. You know what's in the redacted.
Yeah, yeah. When like, yeah,
Hide his book. Just hide them. I'm not saying damage them. Don't throw them away. Don't do anything to get yourself in trouble. Just fucking hide them. Because if people can't find the book, they can't buy it. And Ron can't make money, at least off the book. So 3 targets down, and there's more targets to go. There are more targets around me. So help yourself. See if it makes you feel better. See if it brings a little bit of peace and enjoyment into your life to throw Meatball Ron's books behind a giant shelf of light bulbs. Preferably, this is what I'm trying to do. Preferably somewhere where the books will get stuck, where like they won't be recovered for a while. And also be careful throwing them over shelves because some of the Target shelves are very thin and you may hit somebody because I did. Luckily, the person was with me. Um, so I didn't hit a stranger, but just be careful. Don't damage them. Don't throw them away. Don't burn them. Just hide them. Tell them.
oh,
I
boy,
also
I
did this with Jordan Peterson's books too. And if
mm,
nobody's following Robert Evans, relentlessly trolling Jordan Peterson about the Chinese cum factory, absolutely please start following this. His Twitter handle is I write okay.
oh
It
yeah,
is fucking
yeah.
gold.
I had to explain that, like the whole thing to Matt, who deleted Twitter because he's smarter than me in
Good
some
move.
way.
Yeah.
And, he's extremely offline. I had to explain to him like the whole thing, like from the beginning. And I was
Yeah.
like I had to take a detour to explain like what milking porn is and why it exists. And like I
Mhm.
think we both like we're just like, oh wow.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's just what was the description of Jordan Peterson I thought was most fitting? Like, oh yeah, a stupid person's idea of a smart person.
Yeah.
I think Ben Shapiro fits that description pretty well too. But like, Jordan Peterson's more about like the BS life advice. Like,
And nothing he ever says ever makes sense. He just says a sentence and you're done with it and you're like, you didn't say anything. You said a bunch of words that sound big, but you didn't actually say anything.
yeah,
Like,
in terms of life advice, he's like, I don't know, one of those Instagram girlies, but like, probably doesn't look very good in yoga pants and like I don't know. He's just eating some fucked up pieces raw steak instead of, holding a latte.
yeah, wearing suits that look like children made them, and they
I
probably did.
kind of get it because like I started dressing more ridiculous, like in my mid 30s onward. Like, sure,
The
you don't
difference
have to
was you're not a fucking idiot.
well, that's debatable, but not in the same way as Dr. Peterson. I do like really rare steak, but I don't know that I'd base my identity and eat just that. Like that seems that seems like a bit much.
Yeah, that's because he's worthless. But that's been the beer video. That's been the beer video. I don't want to keep harping on two assholes who don't matter. Um, but I'm sorry, unless you had something, I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you? I didn't know if you had more to go with that. I'm sorry. That was very rude of me.
Oh no, you're fine.
I felt a drop in the sentence, and I thought that was a good time to insert the ending, but you know, then I felt bad.
Hmm.
Go to your local record store and support them and buy records. I did today, and throw Ron DeSantis's books somewhere where they'll never be found.